But when I see other girls with their boyfriends, I wish I had that too. I just feel so alone.
That's only natural, dear. But the worst kind of loneliness is being married to someone who doesn't share the things closest to your heart, things involving Jehovah. He has to be the third chord in your relationship from the beginning. That's how it was for Brother and Sister Fields, you know. They've always been a good example for your dad and you. You should ask them sometime about their marriage.
And sweetie, for family worship this week, let's go back over some of the articles on marriage in our publications. Maybe they'll mean even more to you now.
Okay.
We have confidence in you, Liz. We know you'll make good decisions. Always keep Jehovah in the picture. Pray to him and think about how the decisions you make now will affect your future.
Who Zach really is, not who I want him to be.
I know how he really is. He's gorgeous. Not like some people. Speaking of some people, here comes John.
Hi, girls. Liz, I thought you might be looking for this.
Oh, John, thank you so much. I've been looking all over for it.
Hi, John.
Are you coming to the gathering?
Yes, but I'll be a little late.
You? Late? Why?
I promised Brother and Sister Fields I'd help them get their computer going.
Aw, that's so nice of you. Don't worry, we'll save you some food.
Thanks. Well, I'd better get to class. Don't want to be late.
Take care.
Bye. Man, see what I mean? He'd come late to a party to work on somebody's computer. Mr. Geek from Geek Universe.
Did you forget how he fought his way into the truth with his whole family against him?
What's with all this defending John? I thought you liked Zach.
I'm not defending him.
Lizzie, I'm telling you, you don't know how good you got it with Zach.
But he's not baptized. Besides, my parents don't think I'm ready for dating and marriage.
My mom's fine with my getting married. Isn't that what the Bible says to do? So you don't burn with passion?
Yeah, but it also says if you're past the bloom of youth.
I'm no little kid. I know what I want. And I don't intend to get to the market late and miss out.
Just what makes you think I'm gonna miss out?
Well, for one thing, look at your clothes.
So, you think I should start showing more curves and skin, like you do?
Look, when you start buying my clothes, you can tell me how to dress, okay?
Do you want to wind up married to someone who loves you as a person, or who's only interested in your body?
Do you want to stay single forever?
Better to be single and happy than married and miserable.
Dr. Burks? Dr. Tom Burks, you have a call waiting on line 2.
It's nice of you to come here with us, Liz.
Oh, and congratulations. We heard you started Auxiliary Pioneering.
Thanks, Sister Fields.
I remember when we first served your congregation in the circuit. You couldn't have been more than 4 years old.
We fell in love with you. Your mom was tired after the meeting, but you dragged her out in service anyway, saying, I love talking to people about Jehovah.
Hard to believe you've grown so much. How's everything going?
Pretty good.
That's bad, eh? You feel like talking about it?
I guess maybe that would be good. It's about Zach. I stopped seeing him, but he's been hard to get over, especially when I see him hanging out with Megan now. Sometimes I wonder if I'll ever feel that way about anyone again.
Of course you will, Lizzie, dear. Jehovah is very kind. He created our hearts to heal. Besides, it's not necessarily a failure when a romance doesn't work out. It might even be a success.
Oh, yes. We're both so glad we didn't marry any of our first heartthrobs. We thank Jehovah every day that we found each other. See that? That's the smile that won my heart.
Wow, true love. But how do you know when it's real?
That's a good question, Liz. Physical attraction and even strong feelings are not enough. There has to be a solid foundation for feelings or they will fade away.
Yes, it takes time to see a person's true colors and to figure out your own feelings. You've got to get past that initial rush of emotions and find out if this person really fears Jehovah and lives for him.
Yes, charm may be false. Good looks may be vain, empty, with boys too. It's the inner person, the secret person of the heart that you have to live with. Many people get fooled by what a person appears to be on the surface. You can't judge a book by its cover.
Then how can you know what someone is really like?
First, pray about it. Then talk. And while you're getting to know someone, safeguard your heart. You've got to hold back from falling in love until you know whether you'll bring out the best in each other.
That's the kind of person I need.
For sure. But don't think just about what you need and what you want. What does the other person need? True love isn't just about getting. True love is about sharing and giving. If people don't have that kind of love for each other, they shouldn't get married.
Lizzie, the Bible says that you must love your mate. So look for someone who's easy to love. Love should make you happy. If it doesn't, something's wrong. Remember, the blessing of Jehovah makes rich, and he adds no pain with it. A true companion is loving all the time, not on again, off again.
But isn't it normal for a couple to argue? Especially at first?
Not really. In the movies, relationships start out rocky, and then the couple fall in love and live happily ever after. In real life, happy marriages grow out of good friendships. Of course, no two people agree on everything, but true love is comfortable. You can live with it.
I want my marriage to be happy.
It should be. But to be happy in marriage, first, you need to be happy as a single person. And you don't have to pretend. True happiness is like true love. It can't be faked. It comes from serving Jehovah and others.
We had a big advantage. We were in the same congregation, so we could watch each other at close range without getting involved romantically right away. We knew each other's family and how we each treated them.
I got to know Priscilla's mother and grandmother. And I'll tell you a little secret. She's a lot like both of them.
Oh, you?
No, that's a good thing. They were both wonderful people, like you.
Paul's always been very romantic, you know. He even sings to me sometimes. But it takes more than romance. Before we got married, I asked him to promise me he'd read the Bible with me every day.
And I've kept that promise, haven't I, sweetheart?
You see, Lizzie, a man like Paul is worth waiting for. I'll never forget the time he was rushing out, but stopped to pick a rose for me from the garden. Can you imagine? My punctual Paul made himself late and bloodied his thumb, too.
Brother Fields, you're awesome. Priscilla, where am I going to find another one like him?
Well, this one's pretty special, all right. But there are other good brothers. Nobody's perfect, of course, so there are no perfect marriages. But a marriage doesn't have to be perfect to be happy.
I don't want to settle for just anybody.
You shouldn't. Remember how much you love to talk to people about Jehovah. You need someone who will help you to do that, not hinder you.
So pray, pray, pray incessantly, and be patient. You never know what good things Jehovah will provide. You know Jack and Linda?
Sure, you mean that nice pioneer couple from Northside.
Well, they've just been accepted to attend a Bible school for Christian couples.
That's great. I would love to do that.
Priscilla Fields, the doctor will see you now.
Oh, that's us. Liz, if you see John, would you please let him know where we went? He offered to run some errands for us.
Sure.
Thanks for coming, Lizzie. And please, stay happy.
I will.
Hi, Liz. How's Priscilla?
They just went into the doctor to find out.
Oh, I wanted to get back before they went in.
You know what Paul just told me? Jack and Linda from the Northside congregation are going to BSCC.
Bible school for Christian couples? Really? That's great. I brought this for Priscilla.
They're beautiful.
She won't mind my sharing one with you. Ouch!
Oh, careful. Here's a tissue.
I guess I better go in. I want to be there when they come out. I guess I'll see you later.
See you later.
Stop! My parents are going to see us.
Why did you have to go and tell them about us anyway?
Oh, so now it's your business what I tell my parents?
Are you just trying to get me in trouble? Even after I bought you that bracelet?
You're a mess. They're going to know me were... Here, let me.
Do you two know what time it is?
I'm sorry, Tony. We're having such a nice time. We lost track.
Oh, it's perfectly all right, Zachary, dear. Did you both have fun?
Yeah, it was great. Okay, well, good night, everybody.
Good night, Zachary. Come back soon.
Bye, Zach. I guess I'd better get some sleep. Good night.
Good night, dear. I'm so glad you had such a good time. Isn't it sweet to see the two of them together? He's so good looking and so athletic.
At this rate, we'll be paying for a wedding soon. At least they won't have to worry about money. Zach will probably take over his father's sporting goods business one day.
Yes, and he'll be getting baptized one of these days, and they'll have a big, beautiful wedding and be a perfect little family.
What? Zach's not baptized?
You knew that. What's the problem?
I forgot.
What? What are you thinking? He's a publisher, isn't he? And he's usually at the meetings and out in service on Saturday, unless he has a game.
Listen, Helen, this changes things. If he's not baptized and we condone their courtship, I could lose my privileges, few as they are.
What are you suggesting? That she break it off with Zach?
Calm down, Helen. People in the past had to do even more. In Ezra's day, the men who married unbelievers had to send their wives away.
How could you even think such a thing? Have you no concern at all for your daughter's feelings?
It won't hurt her to wait a while. Once Zach gets baptized, they can get married, all right?
That's just like you.
Helen.
You never liked him from the beginning, did you?
Helen.
Don't talk to me. If you don't support her, you'll wind up pushing her right out of the truth.